Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying clickbaiter. We only talk about video games, the business of video games, and cover topics that mainstream YouTubers don't cover. Now, with that said, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and now let's get ready for the show. On today's episode... Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today, let's talk about how much I hate chibi graphics. Now, look, they have their place. I'm not saying that I hate them for everything, but I'm just saying that they're overused. They're overused, and I wrote that essay, posted it up, and I just didn't have time to make the video, so this is a video for it. Guys, I just started school. Let me tell you, I just got humbled. I was a little rusty, I have to say. I was a little rusty, and my days here are getting busier with schoolwork and helping out the kids. I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday, besides doing my own work, I tutored my grandson who's in 3rd grade. We were doing math. I have my daughter is in college. She's doing a project. She wants to get a certification. And I was tutoring her in trigonometry. SOHCAHTOA, for those of you who are familiar. So it was quite a full day. And on top of that, I had to take my class and turn in a couple of assignments. So it's been like that, and that's how it's going to be for the near future. I got a full plate load here going forward. So we'll try to do the best we can. So let's get into this video here. And I hate chibi graphics. Well, here's another short form essay that I have for you guys. And one of the things that bugs me in the video game industry, and this really should be the worst of the video game industry episode in my opinion, is the overuse of these graphics. And let me tell you, chibi graphics for me are one of the worst trends for upcoming video game producers, upcoming indie developers. I've seen in the video game industry, look at, for example, Death Smiles, the game you're looking at here. That is art. There's no way that could be put in front of your eyeballs and you not recognize that a lot of work went into that game. Visually, there was a lot of work put in, a lot of dedication. And that's something you don't get with chibi graphics. You just don't. Right, let's examine why. Chibi can be the right style for some games, but not on the scale that we see on the market right now, especially for RPGs. Just like any other horrible trend in the video game industry, the issue always has to do with money. If there is anything that will drive bad habits in the video game industry, is the pursuit of cutting costs in order to be more profitable. Indie developers, because of limitations, mostly economical, use this kind of style. In most cases, video game developers must contract work out to artists, so they can spend more time coding, right, and less time in the art department. The easier the art style to produce, the cheaper it's going to be for them, of course. It's completely understandable that a small indie developer, for example, uses this method, but it's inexcusable for a big corporation to be going to this because they don't want to pay money to artists, independent artists, who of course are going to charge them a fair rate for whatever it is that they want to do. So they cut corners. Now, why is it cheaper, you ask? And it really is proportions, right? It's way easier to animate just a head, to give it expressions, than to do the entire body of a character. And you can do that to get your point across easier on a smaller screen. So, it really is the tablet, the portable game market, the cell phone industry that is driving this. Can you imagine trying to play SMT Nocturne and Chibi or Final Fantasy 16? Right? There's certain emotions that you can't get. You're talking about serious subjects, whether it's murder or, deep relationships or depression. I mean, it's just harder to do it and take it seriously as an adult. I mean, it might be easier for kids, but as an adult, it's going to be harder for you to take these characters seriously if all you have is a big head, making squinty noises and and oversized expressions, right? And of course, it's the cell phone industry that's driving all this. Larger heads are better for a smaller screen, more efficient, and just an easier way to program. And that's the reality that we live in 2023. There are so many instances where I see video games that could look better in a different art style. And unfortunately, I see this also in a lot of indie sites, where you're trying to buy games, and every retro style game they're trying to make it in this aesthetic rather than a 16-bit or a 32-bit, sort of like a Rain Man type. I mean, there's so many styles that you can use. I mean, I'd much rather have a 16-bit Streets of Rage type looking game than I would any chibi fighter. I mean, it just, it ruins the experience, especially for retro gamers. I mean, if you've never seen any other game, well, you just play whatever you play. But when you compare it to what you could do with a broader set of graphics, I mean, can you imagine Death Smiles and Chibi? Would it be as beloved as it is? No. I mean, this popped out right away because you knew that you were looking at quality work. It's not only a quality shooter, but the graphics were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I really do miss that work in the 7th generation. If anything, this trend of chibi heads and cheap graphics really makes me appreciate all the artwork that we got in the 7th generation. So many styles shoot, even in the PS2. The PS2 era of RPGs, even if you're talking about the cutscenes, some of the shooters, whether you're talking about Vanillaware, Atlas, games like Ico, Dragon's Crown, Okami, countless others. You guys can tell me what the most beautiful game that you can think of is out there. But we can really see works of art. When I think of video games, I think that they are work of art. And when I see these cut and paste type graphics that anyone can do, that is not art to me. That is mass production. That is far away, right, for what I picture video games as an art being. And unfortunately, that's where the market is going. You can put your favorites in the comments, by the way. I will mention them in the video, in the upcoming video where I do comments whenever I get a chance. And I really just wanted to vent on this subject since it's been on my mind, guys. And it's just like the rest of the channel here. A lot of times, whether it's business or work, I'm putting a lot of things on this channel that have just come to my mind. When I do the in television multiverse, these are just ideas that popped in my head when I'm trying not to think about anything, right? When I'm taking a break, whether it's statistics or it's trigonometry, the last thing I want to do in my spare time is think about more numbers. And numbers can be fun, right? And we make activities with the kids, with my grandkids, in order to make math fun. But after studying all day, work and other things, I just want to think about things that are nonsensical. Just take 5 minutes out of my day and make this stuff. With AI, it makes it easier, and I think there's a lot of concepts I could develop. So you guys can spend 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it takes me to come up with these ideas, and I'll just put them on there. And of course, I'll keep sharing the memes. My time right now is pretty pressed, but I really do thank you for sticking around. I thank you for watching the videos, and I'll work on a couple here. I got a bunch of schoolwork to do though, guys, so they'll be out when they're out. Thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Did you subscribe? Did you hit the like button? What the hell are you waiting for?